when he ran out into the field. And he finally did stop and turned around and got on his knees, said a little prayer or something, where he looked up, you know, in the sky and put the gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. And I remember I was running at the time, and I stopped, and I was just in total disbelief. You know, I mean, it was I didn't believe that he just did it. You know, I mean, I thought I was totally dreaming.
My best friends, I seen him and this and that, and we didn't really have time to hang out, and he just said, "I'll see you later." So I said, "Yeah, sounds good. I should be home for Christmas." And just a few days later, he committed suicide, so I ended up having to come home and go to his funeral.
She talked about how things just aren't the same anymore after Daddy died. And she also said that I want Daddy to read me a story, and he can't read me a story ever again. And she cried, and little tears came down her face. Having to tell your children that their daddy has passed away is hard.
I was out fishing on the shoreline of Camp Grafton. Called him my voicemail, and it was the last time I heard from Joe. And he said, "Sergeant Major, something's happening, and I really need to talk to you about it." And 20 minutes later, we had lost him. I've not gone fishing very much lately because of that.
We shook hands and hugged and said, "I love you, brother." You know, that's what we always did. Next morning, he woke up and went downtown, bought a cup of coffee and a newspaper like he always did, and went out into a field and put a bullet through his head.
I was informed that he had taken my privately owned handgun and shot himself in the head with it. How much would you miss that other person? You'll never go to the movies with them. Sorry.
You get to a point where you're like, how much more? You know, can one person have to endure?
I think the most difficult thing I've had to do in my life was bury my first child. It turns the world topsy-turvy when you have to bury a child. And I will tell you that it's a lifetime of coming out of that and somehow finding a way to be stronger as a result of it.